Hello. I feel like I start every video like this, but it's been a while. Um, I barely make videos on this channel anymore, and I don't know why. I want to update you guys and I want to talk to you guys, but I just don't. But I'm still here, like I'm still around, and I still check on the channel even if I don't upload. I still like look at it and I see comments that you guys leave, even if I don't respond to all of them. I try to respond to at least a few, but if I don't respond to all of them, the chances are I've probably responded to a question like that that's like already on that video or something, or it's like a very common question that I get a lot, so the chances are you probably got hiccups. You probably like find the answer pretty easily. But yeah, I do still come on the channel and I still see you guys, but I figured I'd update you because, 2020 is a bit of a shitstorm, and I know that a lot of people watch my videos and kind of they provide some sort of support or anything, really, whatever they do for you. I'm really glad that they can help you at all if they do, and I will try to upload more. I always say that, but because I know that for people who are struggling with depression and anxiety, like I have in the past and some still do, and who see my videos of going on antidepressants and like the experience that I've had, that process can start at any point for anyone. And so they'll find like earlier videos of mine and see how I've progressed. And I know that it would be, if I was on that side, if I was just starting my antidepressants, I would want to see what was happening now. So say I came across my own channel and I found my first video, I would want to see how that's progressed. And that's why I do these mental health updates, so that you guys know that I am still on my medication and I'm still hanging in there. But yeah, so to answer a few questions that I have seen in comments, I've prepped, I've got like things to show you, but I'm still on my sertraline. I don't know if you can see that very well. Yeah, sertraline, 100 milligrams, still. Come on, focus on me, please. There we go. I'm still on that. One a day. I take them in the morning, and they help me get through the day most of the time. Sometimes I will take them and I'll still have a day where I'm like, nope, not getting out of bed. I'm not doing anything today. I'm not, nope. But they don't happen that often. And if they do, it only tends to happen for like part of the day. But yeah, so what else has been going on mental health wise? I did have a panic attack really badly a couple of weeks ago. I was on my own in the house and I was triggered. I won't go into details about what went on, but I was triggered and I ended up like screaming and sobbing for at least an hour, just on my own with my thoughts, crying. I was punching the wall, which is a relatively new thing that I do now. It's not like hard, not like but to get out some energy, I kind of like to use my lovely bookcase chair, which my fiance made for me. I will kind of just do that as like a getting out the energy, I guess. I don't know. But I do that, and sometimes I will have a couple of bruises, depending on how bad it is. But yeah, that only really started over the last few months. Kind of in like January, February time, I started doing that. I obviously, with all the COVID stuff going on, it's hard to have like any kind of normality in life. I don't go to rehearsals anymore because there's nothing to rehearse for at the moment, because we're not allowed, according to the law, to be there, and it's annoying, and I want to go back to rehearsal and see my friends. And so the only kind of place I ever go is work or the Co-op just up the road. And you know, I need more than that in my life. Anyway, so I had my panic attack. I was crying, I was screaming, I was sending voice memos to a group chat of my friends. There's only like 3 other people in it. And I felt really bad about that. I didn't want them to have to deal with that, but I needed somewhere to let it out. I was on my own, and there was nowhere for me to just kind of, I felt like there was nowhere for me to get it out. And I know that my friends didn't mind. They were very, very lovely about it. And even now, they're like, stop apologising. But I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw all that at you. But they were very, very, very nice about it. But I vomited. That's something that's only happened like a few times. I can think out of maybe like 3 or 4 times out of all the panic attacks I've had in my life, which like I have had a lot of panic attacks. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Like, they happen, and sometimes they happen more regularly than others. But out of all my panic attacks, I think maybe 3 or 4, I've actually like got so overwhelmed that I vomited. That happened a couple of weeks ago. That wasn't fun. But yeah, it happened, and eventually I kind of started breathing normally. And the same day, I had my very last therapy appointment with my therapist, Jamie. He was lovely. And he taught me a lot of kind of coping things that I can do to help myself cope with when I'm feeling overwhelmed and stuff like that. It was cognitive behavioral therapy, so CBT. And one thing that he told me, he got to know me in the first session, and he asked what I do. I was like, oh, I'm in a couple of shows, and I like singing and acting and stuff like that. And one thing he asked me to do was to write monologues when I'm feeling like really bad. Just write it all down. So I got a couple of notebooks. So I've got my Charlotte CBT journal. Keep out, please. Don't read it. These are my innermost, sometimes darkest thoughts in this book. And it's been really helpful. Like, I won't go into do. These are from like months. Like, there's notes about different things. Like, sometimes it's just scribbles. Here's my first monologue that he asked me to write. And then that was during one of my sessions. So obviously I'm not going to show you all of it. But then he asked me to write another monologue for the next week. And I couldn't think of anything. And then, suddenly, I wrote 5 pages. And I was like in tears during it, and it was a lot. It was very overwhelming, but very, very helpful. So if any of you like writing, strongly recommend. But now that I've kind of got into the habit of writing when I'm feeling bad, sometimes I don't have this gigantic ass notebook next to me. So I have a mini one too, because I like notebooks and I like a reason to have a notebook. But this one I keep on me during work, mostly, or just in my pocket, so that if I really suddenly have an urge, like I feel really bad, I can just quickly write the odd thing down in here and just kind of get it out. But I haven't had to use this one as much, thankfully. So yeah, monologues, that's a thing. What else? I've been trying to kind of get to grips with my BPD, which is borderline personality disorder, which is something that I learned I had about a year ago now, and well, not quite a year ago, but like getting there. And I still don't, like, even now I'm trying to kind of understand it and like figure out what that means. So I've been doing some research. I'm still like, I'm by no means an expert on it. I have, frankly, still very little idea of the things that go on in my head. But when I read about BPD, I'm like, that makes sense. That is, yep, that's me. So got myself this bad boy, the Stronger Than BPD journal, and it's little activities specifically for women, but I'm sure it doesn't matter really. I mean, it's all the same, isn't it? And I've gone through and I've like, well, I mean, I didn't highlight that page, so that doesn't help with the point that I'm making, but yeah, I've kind of gone through it and made some notes and stuff, and there's like activities and stuff, and I'm just trying to figure out the things going on in my head, because it's not easy sometimes, but I'll get there one day. But because I've just noticed that this video is 11 minutes long already, and I didn't have any intention of editing it, I'll probably leave it there. But to update you, I'm good. I'm healthy physically. I'm wearing a face mask and stuff when I go to work. And we good. And if you want me to upload more, please tell me what to talk about. If you want to specifically hear about anything, please, by all means, comment and let me know, because there's only so many times I can sit down and be like, I'm okay. Because it does get a bit repetitive. Which is good. I'd rather be repetitive saying I'm okay than repetitive saying I'm so miserable. But yeah. That's that. If you want to talk, I don't know. I sat down today and I thought I would talk to you about my triggers, but I haven't even mentioned them and it's been 11 minutes. 12 now. I need to stop talking. Yeah. I hope you guys are okay. If you're not okay, it's okay not to be okay. But I'm always here. Like, if you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, if you feel alone, or if you feel just bad in any way, or if you just want someone to chat to, by all means, comment on one of my videos and I'll reply, more likely than not. I always see your comments, and I get messages from people on Instagram who find my videos, and I appreciate every single comment, every single question I get asked, every single time someone says, this video helped me. Like, that's all I ever wanted to do, was to put my put my experience out there and help literally anyone. So that's me. I'm gonna go and shower and play GTA. Hope you guys are okay and hanging in there with 2020, because it's a shitstorm.